Hi Virgo, how you doing? Okay, let's get. I've been shuffling the cards after Leo's read. Okay, welcome to Storytime with Tarot. I'm going to be doing you guys a July reading using the Witch's Tarot. We seem to be ending on the "You Got This" cards. I do have a message from heaven for you, and that's wanting to be communicated. We have the Oracle of Shadows and Light that we're going to end on. Virgo, my eyes have gone extremely tired all of a sudden. Are we tired? Are we a bit drained this month, July? Okay, let's have a look. We'll see what's going on with you guys. See if we give some guidance, how you can get through this. Okay, they're shuffled. Let's have a look at the Witch's Tarot. Let's pull you guys a story. What's going on? You've been working so hard, it feels like I feel you've been really functional, like quick. You're quick at getting things done, but I feel you might have burnt yourself out. Might be time just to rest up. Rest up this month, as next month's your season, yeah? That's when really you should be. That's what I think. But you get to work in your season, don't you? Okay, so rest up. It's going to be busy for you next month. Let's look at July anyway. You've got the Emperor, so there's a strong masculine energy. It's workaholic. That's what's coming through. Workaholic, taking care of the children, all the chores, all of it. It feels like you've been trying to set boundaries, put your foot down. You've just been on it. You don't know how to slow down. Well, you need to sit down, relax, take a break. Okay, it's because when you take a step back, you have to think about, you preoccupy yourself with being busy. So you've got some heartache here of the past that you're turning your back on. You need to deal with this. Okay, so it's like you're distracting yourself from focusing on this. Them swords need to be pulled out of that heart. You need to allow your heart to heal. This could have been you're here alone with your children, and here with the Three of Swords, there's a couple here that have paired up at the top of, in between those two swords now. There's two fairies now. They're leaving together, and one has to leave. Seeing as you're sitting there with your children, you're trying to avoid the pain of, I want to say, a previous breakup. Okay, separation. Now, we don't necessarily have to say that that has to be like your ex-partner. This could actually be you, the Emperor, and you've been sent away from the children. So maybe you don't get to see them as often as you did. So that might be what's really hard, is you're actually dealing with the separation. Kind of going from being a full-time dad to now what? That was my life. That's what I'm feeling. When you settle into that, for one, I chuckle to myself because it's quite a good place to be. I know it's not, but you so get to appreciate your time with your children when you have them. And the thing is that if they're elsewhere for majority of the time, that parent kind of loses the patience and she gets kind of all the crap. And the thing is, that can be targeted at you, as if saying to you, well, you've got an easy life. You don't have to kind of have the children all the time. You don't have to do the school runs. You get them at the weekend and maybe, I don't know, one day a week maybe, if you don't get to see them every day. And it is something you have to adjust to, of course. But it's like there's resentment that actually does come from, let's just say the mother, because she thinks that you've got this easy ride. And it's just, that's really not the case. It's heart-wrenching, isn't it? To not be with your children. But if you can look at it as in, oh my goodness, the memories you guys are going to make, it's unfortunately it will cause jealousy, but it is a hard way to learn how to appreciate those kids of yours. And it's the memories that they make. And if it's happier and you have ideas and things that actually you want to do with your children that maybe your previous partner did not want to do, go and do them with no guilt. Okay, no guilt. You're building the relationship with your children, and their other parents should do the same, regardless. So it is actually an opportunity for you to look at this maybe in a positive way. You're in control of you now, but you do need to let the past go. And it is really for such, your children aren't yours. It's like to own forever. In it, communication, okay, there's technology now. You can contact your children. It depends on your situation, doesn't it? Okay, but that's what I'm feeling with that. Pulls on the heartstrings, doesn't it? It definitely feels as if maybe you feel like you've lost it all. It's like, no, you've just gained this amazing opportunity. Moving on your own. Even if you have like actually been totally disconnected from your children, you have to have faith that the karmic scales will balance out with that. You're not to fight that. You just need to maintain your own. What environment you're going to provide for you and for your children, and you will attract that. You don't really need to get involved. It's all flowing. And you're going to be able to function better if you're moving to calmer waters, okay? Moving away from it. I do feel like it's actually you that's been sent away, maybe. They're more at a distance. I felt there was a concern for their safety, for them. Yeah, because you feel sneaky. You feel sneaky for leaving the circus, and it feels a little bit like you've had to do this alone. It's that kind of energy where, you know, someone's saying, oh, it's all right for you, you just up and leave, and, you know, your life's all hunky-dory, and it's like, that's not the case at all. But you might feel as if I'm not sure. I'm not even going to use that word sneaky anymore, because I feel you've turned this around. It's like, yeah, I can turn this around. Yes, you can. So imagine what it's imagine. It's amazing what you can do when you're left to your own devices with no interference. Okay, so you're going to find your balance. A new start. Regardless of whether you have children or not, you're still you, aren't you? Aren't you? Yes. You need to balance out your own aura, your own world. You need to be able to take care of this. You'll feel stable, secure, and then your children, well, the universe is going to send them to the most stable, secure energy. That's just how it works. The law of attraction. You trust in that, in divine justice here. Don't get involved, and you watch how it all goes in your favour. That's all I'm pulling for you. I'm not pulling another row. Two of Swords. The other person doesn't need to know about it. That's what I'm feeling. You go within. But I felt it was kind of like, whether this is the children's mother, it's like she's not really going to know what's hit her. It's like she wants to be guarded. Maybe she can sense something. But it's like, I wouldn't let that stop you. It's like, I feel like she's paranoid. And I hardly ever pick that energy up from this card. She's paranoid. Are you actually saying to her you're paranoid? She might be saying, you might be planning on leaving. Because you know that you need this fresh start. And maybe you haven't said anything. And she's paranoid. Well, she's got wind of it. She's not paranoid, is she? Okay. So let's have a look at what your message from heaven is. Here they are. Take the time to pamper yourself or let others take care of you. So you know what, there is that sneakiness. You know what you're doing, I think. Where you're off to, it's all a bit this one's paranoid. You're planning a new life and not speaking about it because my throat chakra. I know, because it's card number 22. And that's 1111, and that means you're attracting in, I'm going to say, a divine, a soulmate, a true love connection. This is like a perfect opportunity. Whether you saw it before, I don't know. Like the throat went all constricted. It's like, shh. Don't let Virgo's secrets out. But why is someone watching your reading? Why is someone checking up on you on tarot? Ask yourself that. Should be safe and secure, really, shouldn't it? Shh. Go on, spoil yourself. You deserve it. It's all very well helping others, but balance comes when you treat yourself with the same kindness. Do something lovely for yourself. It's your turn. Your loved ones say indulge in a luxury treatment or find a way of pampering yourself. Give your body the care it craves. You get to have your children on certain holidays. You get more free time so that you can actually do the things that you like. And especially if you have had a partner that's gone on to another connection and you're on your own and you're feeling very lonely because you don't have the children, your whole routine's been stripped. It's like you have all this free time. And it's kind of like you do the same for you. Okay. You're hungry for some attention, Virgo. You miss someone. Okay, let's read this message. You're not sure what you miss, really. You do. You miss this honeybee. This person that you could be spending time with. But it's kind of pride, ego, respect. But if this other person's gone off and got a new partner and you find yourself still alone, I don't know, but the Two of Swords here, she's paranoid. Okay, so this could be actually, if you stop fighting about always wanting, to have contact with your children. So let's say that you, ring your children every night. Kids outside with a beatbox. Old school. Okay, when your kids get to teenagers, they're not even bothered about really speaking to you. Dad's on the phone. Oh yeah, just tell him I'll ring him back. You really are worried about stuff that. Yeah, I know the little ones and everything, but let's just say that you said you were going off to see your honeybee. Okay, but you might not, because maybe you ring your children. Let's say you ring your children every night before they go to bed. And one night you think, well, I'm going to be busy, elsewhere, indulging myself. You might get questioned and why can't you ring the kids? It's why is that an issue that I can't speak to the children, for one evening? So that's kind of, what mess are you in here? Okay, let's have a look. 29. Well, you're all alone in your own little mess. Virgo, let's do this. Let's get you out of this shallow grave. You miss someone. About shallow grave. This beautiful young woman is missing someone deeply, and she knows, perhaps for the first time, what it is to lose someone. Missing someone can be very hard. It feels like a physical ache, and our hearts can indeed be broken, because we humans have the capacity to connect like no others in the universe. we love, and we love so deeply, that that love can continue even when the form we loved is no longer with us. If you have received this card in a reading, it is time to acknowledge just how deeply you have yearned for someone's return and how much that person's loss has affected you. That being could be a friend, a pet you loved. I just feel you miss everyone. I feel you miss your old routine, your old life. Anyway, that being could be a friend, a pet you loved, or a grandparent or parent who has left. And missing this is so strong it sometimes is a physical hurt. There is a deep sadness here, and it cannot be eased by denying its presence. And once this is done, and you can put what's missing to rest and visit from time to time, but know that you have been truthful with yourself and that your sadness will change and be a part of your life's beauty, not its pain. She speaks. It is time to let something go. Before you do, let's take a moment to acknowledge what this was to you. Know that this meant so much, and that by returning it to the past, rather than yearning for it in the present, you are creating a future that has a greater freedom to it. There are opportunities for fresh starts all the time. Every day, in a sense, gives you a clean slate. For you, this sense of starting over is immensely important after you have grieved. You need to feel that something has been laid to rest and will no longer trespass on the present. Life is kind of like that. So much of what happens isn't about what's actually happening, but thankfully, you will blossom and grow with fresh relationships and love after mourning this lost one. Divination message. Sentimentally, holding on to the past, idolising the past, refusing, not allowing yourself to get over a breakup with a friend, a move to a new town, a faded romance, parents who have divorced, or something you are convinced that you must have back in order to be happy again. Mourning for what was and what you feel should have been. Very deep sadness, and yet this experience has been of great value. It's time to move on and to place all of that to rest. Working with the element of earth is most beneficial when this card and fairy come to visit you. You may wish to plant a memory tree, something earthy and growing that changes to commemorate your lost love. As it grows and changes, you will heal, and memories will be sweet and sad, without bitterness and pain. The earth takes forms and changes them, and gives back to us what we let go of in new forms. It is time for you to stop hanging on so sadly to that which has long passed. Mourn, and then come back to us, ready to live again. Amazing message. You got this. You've got this, Virgo. Okay. Tomorrow, you will be unstoppable. Do that morning. Not that I'm telling you what to do, because you are entirely up to you. You are the emperor here. You will do whatever it is that you want to do, so it's only you that can really tell yourself to do this. But tomorrow you will be unstoppable. You are entirely up to you, though. Let's get one more. Being happy doesn't mean being perfect. And because tomorrow you will be unstoppable, how about you make every day a masterpiece from now on? You're happily ever after yours. You go and create your world the way you want to live it. Make every day a masterpiece. We rise by lifting others. Shine. And shine bright. Okay. Virgo, have yourself a fantastic month, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.